Hey there, Hans the Linear, EMEA Evangelist for vSphere Software. We're here in Las Vegas for HP Discover, and I meet my two good Italian-Canadian friends, Luigi and Ernesto. And they do something with something we make at vSphere. Why don't you introduce yourself first and the company you work for? Luigi?
Sure. Thanks, Hans. Great to be here this morning with you. Luigi Tiano. I'm with the CT Consultants. We're HP Software partners, focused strategically on the HP Software space, enterprise management as a whole, and virtualization management. We're based in the Montreal area, but we have customers across North America.
Okay. Ernesto, who are you?
Hans, good morning. Great introduction. Happy to be here in Las Vegas at HP Discover 2013. Also, I work hand in hand with Luigi as a solution architect for CTC, and we're here this week representing OneCloudWorld.com, which is an online cloud curation platform where you can get your daily news and your daily dose of cloud computing information across the web and across the industry events. So glad to be here.
Yeah, so the three of us were actually here invited by HP as bloggers, because that was what we also do. But we have something together. We work at one of the products that we have is called the smart plugin for OpenView. Who wants to set the stage? What is OpenView in general? Talk to our people. Explain what is OpenView.
Okay, so exactly right. So we've been working with, as Luigi mentioned, HP Software over the last couple of years, and you know, one of the manager of managers type of applications is Operation Manager. Operation Manager again sits on top. It's a collector of metrics, right? So if you need to monitor your infrastructure, you get a single pane glass view into your infra. So you have the collectors that sit at the bottom. If we go a little bit technical and we deep dive a little bit into the application, is where we have a collector which is NNM, formerly OpenView, which collects network information. System Insight Manager, a lot of you may know it. HP hardware monitoring, typically where we collect all the information from the hardware layer. And we have SiteScope, which is an agentless solution, which we can monitor again the OS, application, and third layers that sit on top of the application. All these metrics and all these metrics that we're collecting report into Operation Manager, which again is your manager of management council, where you get an IT service level view into your operations.
So it's a monitoring and reporting platform.
That's exactly.
It's a platform.
Right.
Can you? So what I'm actually going for here is that, how does this relate to other technologies out there? Is there other technologies that you compare with that maybe the people know out there?
Well, one of the
and what's the differentiator there?
Exactly. So one of the key competitors in the space is Microsoft System Center, right? So that's one of the key competitors that we see in the landscape. Luigi, I don't know if you can identify.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's Tivoli also has their Tivoli manager. At the same time, BMC and CHA have their own tools, which pretty much do the same type of thing. One of the key differentiators, I think, from the HP perspective, is the heterogeneous management. You can manage the Linux, you can manage the Windows, you can manage the Unix, Solaris platforms. And then that all bubbles up, like Ernesto said, into one pane of glass.
And a combination of managing the HP hardware as such specialized for HP.
And also that from that perspective, that's a good point. But there's actually connectors into other platforms like Dell, like IBM. So it's really a true heterogeneous platform. And one extra layer that we haven't mentioned yet is the smart plugin layer, which basically allows you to plug in specific technologies, whether it be Microsoft Exchange, VMware, Oracle, and these smart plugins are pre-built purposely for management of that particular platform.
So I think that's where we bring in vSphere, right?
There you go.
Okay, so explain to the people, what is the vSphere smart plugin for HP OpenView, and what does it differentiate to other plugins that maybe are out there?
Well, a very good point. I think vSphere, especially on the virtualization management aspect, one of the earlier adopters, or one of the earlier platforms that come into the HP platform, which led the way.
Formerly known as NWorks, right?
Right, exactly. So that's when the NWorks SPI was adopted, and then vSphere has done a fantastic job. One key differentiator, I think, and Ernesto's going to probably talk a little bit about the VMware side and how it manages it, is how it interacts with the operations manager and vCenter. So I think you can give some more details about that.
Yeah. So I guess one of the key value adds, or one of the key specifics of the SPI is, you're getting all this information, you're getting all these metrics, we're collecting from different layers, right? The hardware layer, the network layer, and it's reporting into one single pane of glass. So what we want to do is, since, you know, over the last couple of years, 70-80% of infrastructures are running on virtualization.
Yes.
And we know VMware at this point is the leader in the industry, right? So what we want to do is we want to tap into that information, and we want to present it to Operation Manager. And that's what the SPI does. It allows you to tap into that infrastructure, collect the the virtualization layer information, what's going on at that layer, and report it into Operation Manager where it can really correlate that information. That's the key right there, is the correlation that happens. Typically with traditional monitoring solutions is you have a hardware problem, you get an alert, and it stops there. But what application is affected throughout the life cycle? Like, is it the application? Is it the hardware? Is it just because the CPUs are high? What happens with the SPY is it allows you to correlate that information and pinpoint the exact problem, and be able to reduce your time to repair. Yeah, for sure.
So if you're looking at a plugin for OpenView to monitor your vSphere environment, that's actually what we're doing here, right?
That's essentially.
So there might be others, you don't have to call the names, but what would be the differentiator to choose the Veeam SPI according to others that maybe are out there?
Well, one of the key differentiators is the support for vSphere 5, right? It was one of the first ones really to launch that support and be able to support the 5 environment. Secondly, the scalability, right? You're able to scale. Larger environments tend to retrieve a lot of metrics, so you want to be able to report against those metrics. And again, the reporting features that you get at the Veeam SPY. Able to create your own custom reports and really pinpoint what you want, what you're looking for, and what metrics that you want to pull out of your infrastructure and detail it through custom reporting.
So custom reporting is really important there, right?
I think so, right? Reporting, everybody knows, along with the alerts and the events, you're able to, do some custom reporting against capacity and usage, and I think that's key, right? We need to know what's going on at that virtualization layer. We went from a one-to-one relationship, and today some environments we've seen through the consulting engagements that we've been doing is they're running 25, 30 to 1 CPU, right? So you really want to know if there is contention in your environment, and it gives you a good view into it.
Okay. I think one point I want to add is from the Veeam perspective. I've been working with HP software for a long time. Street cred, Veeam products, best of breed, and again, not knocking any of the other products that HP offers or anyone else offers, but Veeam has been there for a long time. One of the earlier adopters of the SPIs, so they have the street cred. In the customer accounts that they're in right now, I think they've got a good support chain, so they're in a good position from that perspective.
Yeah, we got the experience, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, we're in there from the beginning. Okay. Any final thoughts? What are you looking forward to? What are you actually? I heard something. We haven't talked about this. You have actually some kind of making it easier for your own customers. Because deploying a monitoring and reporting infrastructure is not always that easy. It takes a while. You need to know the products. How are you guys actually making that easier for your customers?
That's a very good introduction. Very good introduction. So that's a good point, right? So, what is the typical life cycle of a project? Monitoring typically comes last. A lot of companies tend to forget it, and we say, okay, just monitor, get a couple of monitors in, and then report against it. So, a lot of companies don't have time and they don't have the bandwidth, and of course the complexity comes along with it, and price. HP software, in the industry is known as a not too much of a cost-effective type of solution, right? It's targeted for larger environments, and it's complex, right? So what we've done is we were able to really pre-package something for the SMB and the mid-sized market space, where we took the best of breed products. We targeted the price point for small mid-sized companies, and we really simplified that approach, where we have 4 virtual machines running, like we said, the best of breed software, which is Operation Manager, Network Node Manager, Site Scope, and System Insight Manager. One solution running on 4 virtual machines, and we ship it via USB. It's a plug and play.
Okay, so it's not just a white paper of a best practice, it's actually machines that are pre-packaged, ready to roll out.
Something tangible.
Exactly. So how long would it take if you go into a customer and you got your pre-packaged? What's the difference in I do it from scratch with an OpenView installation, or I go in with the pre-packaged machines? What's the difference in the end?
From a time perspective, I think you're looking at anywhere to set that up individually, looking at anywhere between 3 and 4 weeks at a base, right? So what we've done is pre-package those virtual machines, and in our proof of concepts and in the customer engagements we've been up and running literally in about 4 hours.
Wow!
And that's just initial monitoring, right?
From 4 weeks to 4 hours.
Exactly. But the thing is, because it's a repeatable process, right? We got the virtual machines, we just re-IP them, change the host names, and they're up and running. And this is again where that's the Veeam Smart plugin comes in as an enhancer, because now the virtual machines are installed, they're running, and it's an easy add-on for the Veeam plugin to come in and start doing virtualization management, right? So this is where so the customers need to be able to monitor their environment quick, and as Ernesto mentioned, they often kind of leave it aside. They consider like monitoring a luxury sometimes, which is not true. I mean, it's a necessity in today's environment. So this is why we brought it to market, and right now we're working with small, mid-sized businesses to get this implemented.
Yeah, very happy to hear that actually people go beyond the initial thing, or how things are packaged and making it easier. Luigi, Ernesto, thank you for this interview. We're going to enjoy our last day at HP Discover. Here in the bloggers group, actually, we're getting a lot of good interviews that we can do with HP executives coming to talk to us about their products. What did you think about the whole week, the whole event? It's our last day. I think we can already talk about how it was for us. What did you think about the event?
One thing I would like to say, and I think Ernesto would agree, and I think the condensed schedule has made it a little bit tough for everyone. Overall great information, a lot of information to retain. Big data, of course, is a big topic, big hot topic. The HP software team is pushing the autonomy and the vertical stuff right now. But I think it's just condensed, and we're lucky, we're fortunate enough to have the executives here up in front.
Yeah. They really do a big effort.
Yeah, it was a great event, right? Again, being in Las Vegas helps the situation, right? Great city. Yeah, great event. A lot of good news. The new flash array, which was announced from the storage perspective. Moonshot, excellent innovation from HP. And guys, feel free to read all the news on our blog, onecallaway.com. That's my promotional.
Exactly. I'm going to put the links in the notes of the video. So yeah, thanks both of you, and see you next time.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Cheers.